Hello and welcome to another GNA Academy video lesson. Today our topic is a special kind of interview, one that is typically short, impromptu, and one designed to solicit short, quick sound bites from ordinary citizens on a particular topic. These street interviews are often referred to as man-on-the-street interviews, or if you prefer, person on the street. British journalists sometimes call them Vox Pops, short for the Latin phrase Vox Populi, translated as voice of the people. The idea is to solicit short sound bites from ordinary people who are free to express their view or opinion on a matter related to your news story. If you're reporting about a political event, you might find people willing to tell you why they're standing in line to attend a rally or speech. If the story is a natural disaster, you might find people willing to respond to questions about the scope of the problem or their response to the relief that is being provided. If the news story has an economic focus, you might find people at a local market who would be willing to respond to questions about the challenges of higher prices. Man-on-the-street interviews should not be used to establish facts or serve as the foundation for your reporting on an issue. Instead, they're used to provide color or opinion from ordinary folks who are responding to the news of the day. You should still rely on interviews with authorities and experts and eyewitnesses for the factual basis of your reporting. A man-on-the-street interview is often recorded in a busy public place like a city center, a town square, or a local park, a place where people gather and are easy to approach. It's best to avoid a place that is noisy or where people are moving quickly to get to their destination. You want to approach people who might be willing to take a few minutes to answer your questions without being distracted by their surroundings. Now, I need to warn you that finding willing participants can be a challenge, so be prepared to approach and ask numerous people to get just a few good responses. When approaching possible participants, don't ambush them. Be friendly, introduce yourself and your news organization, and try to let them know that you're simply inviting them to be a willing participant to share their opinion about a particular news topic. Once they've agreed to participate, then you can bring your camera and microphone into the picture. I was recently reporting on the topic of recycling and found people at a downtown outdoor market who were willing to speak on camera. Here's a short montage of just some of the few who were willing to answer my questions on camera. So I'm just going to have you look just at me. Okay. All right. So, do you recycle, and why or why not?
Oh, we recycle, certainly. Obviously, I guess for the obvious reasons, we want to...
Be right there. That's perfect. And just look at me. All right. So, do you recycle, and why or why not?
I do. I think it's good because...
How do you feel about aluminum, glass, things like that that seem to have a pretty consistent path for recycling?
Why would you not do it? Just because it's going to last?
As you just saw, once you find someone willing to participate in your project, you may need to start with a few instructions to get a usable response. In this case, you could hear me telling them where to look before asking a simple question that was relatively easy to answer. I was using a small wireless microphone on the end of a short extension stick that served as the equivalent of a handheld microphone. It could be positioned near the interviewee, but just out of frame of the camera. If you're in a particularly noisy environment, a microphone with a more directional pickup pattern would have been helpful to reduce the amount of background noise. But in this case, the background noise was not a problem. A windscreen, like this little fuzzy one here, is helpful to prevent wind noise in an outdoor setting. Your camera person needs to take care to frame the responding person in a medium close-up or close-up shot. This will serve to eliminate most of the background in order to reduce possible distractions. Most of the time, you want your interviewee to be looking just slightly off camera instead of directly into the lens. Most street interviews include just a couple of questions and don't take much time from the willing participant. Once you've concluded, be sure to thank them for giving you their time and let them know when and where they might be able to see the finished news story. However, don't promise them that their soundbite will be used in the final edit, since you won't know that until you've finished the editing process. In summary, here are a couple of do's and don'ts to remember. First, do approach potential participants with a smile and a warm introduction. Do let them know that you're interested in hearing their opinion or experience and hope that they will be willing to share that with your audience. And do be gracious and thank them for their participation. But don't ask multiple or complex questions. Save those for your interviews with authority figures and experts. Also, don't argue with people or try to change their opinions. You want their honest response. And don't take it personally when people decline to participate, because they most certainly will. Well, that's it for today. And as always, feel free to contact me at my email on screen. Also, visit the GNA News website and like and follow our YouTube channel for more training modules designed to help you tell the greatest story ever told. Until then, may God bless and keep you.